Hey guys, good morning. It's Saturday. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. So did I. The holidays are very memorable to us, like always, and they always will be as we find ourselves heading to the new year. I seeing how we had a wonderful Christmas, we are heading ourselves into New Year's, and let's just say New Year's will make things right as we head into the new year. Yeah. So for today's poem video, this is number 72, and today for all you wrestling fans out there, I got a very good poem that is based on coming up that NXT has coming on. I have a poem that is based on what NXT has coming up on January 6th. And this is a new event from NXT. This one is called NXT's New Year's Evil. And New Year's Evil is gonna have a lot of matches that will definitely ring in the new year. And I'm telling you, we've got wonderful matches that you're all gonna that for you wrestling fans out there, they're all gonna love very much. And trust me, you're all gonna love these matches. So before I read this poem to you guys, I'm telling you the matches that we got coming up for New Year's Evil. And I got a feeling that for you wrestling fans out there, you're all gonna get a load out of this. You're all gonna get a load of this one. You're gonna get a load of this. So here's what we got for New Year's Eve. Here's the match card for New Year's Eve on January 6th from NXT. Let's see. The match card we've got Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT World Title. Yep, these two will meet again for the second time. Last time we saw them, it was at Takeover 31 where Balor won, but during the match, he sustained an injury that involved a broken jaw. And O'Reilly, he was so close to beating him, but Balor at the end prevailed, letting him know that you may have given everything you've got, but I'm still the champ. So when these two meet again at New Year's Evil, we're going to be seeing we're going to be seeing what we saw last time between these two from Takeover 31. So get ready because this one's gonna be a very special slobber knocker, like JR used to say back in the old days of WWE. Yeah. All right, what's the next match we got in store for New Year's Evil? Oh, this one I'm looking forward to, and I bet you're all looking forward to this one too. For the first time ever, we're gonna see the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest, take on NXT's Doomsday, Karrion Kross. Yep, this all started when Priest kept running his mouth about Kross and how he kept sending his assistant Scarlett to take care of business. And as Priest went on, he got an unexpected beatdown from a returning Karrion Kross, who heard everything that came out of Priest's mouth. And I believe a few weeks ago, when Kross made his returning to the ring, he issued a challenge to Priest, which is set for New Year's Evil. And when this first happened, I was like, that I would love to see at New Year's Evil. Priest versus Kross. That one's gonna be real good. You got two super heavyweights going at it, and this will be the first time that Priest ever takes a crack at NXT's Doomsday. So I'm going with the Archer of Infamy against NXT's Doomsday. All right. Number three, you're gonna love this one. Number three is gonna be real good. Now you all know the tension. You all know the intense rivalry between the Nightmare Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez, as I call her, Giant Gonzalez. I remember the first time these two crossed paths with each other. This leads back to NXT's Halloween Havoc, where the Nightmare planted Giant Gonzalez right to the ground after sending her to the ground with a riptide. And it looks like Rhea's been trying to get back in the title picture and been trying to move on with her own journey. But every time she does, along comes Giant Gonzalez, who can't seem to get her eyes non-fixated on the Nightmare every time she sees her. Yep, everywhere she sees the Nightmare, she can't seem to get her eyes off of her, as if she wants to take her out, put her in the casket, even get rid of her as ever. And I'm starting to get the feeling, and I'm starting, every time I see these two going out, I feel like as if we have not seen the last between these two because no matter where Rhea goes, she's always got Giant Gonzalez watching her as if Giant Gonzalez is not through with the Nightmare as ever. So this match came. This match came about and was set for New Year's Evil. You're gonna love this one. At New Year's Evil, we're gonna see the Nightmare versus Giant Gonzalez. This time, round two is gonna be a last woman standing war. Now that I would definitely love to see too. I mean, every time Rhea tries to mind her own business, you got Raquel Gonzalez watching her as if I'm not through with the Nightmare, not one bit. And I feel like we haven't seen the last between these two going at as ever. So at New Year's Evil, you're going to witness a last woman standing war between the Nightmare and Giant Gonzalez. That is something I'm definitely looking forward to. All right. Now here's the next one you're all going to love very much because this involves Ciampa dealing with an individual who's getting real tired of Ciampa sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. This led back to Takeover War Games, where Ciampa defeated this individual, and ever since then, this individual happens to be the submission sister himself, Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher hasn't forgotten about what happened at War Games, and he wants to avenge his loss by taking care of Ciampa as if he wants him out and never sticking his nose where it doesn't belong ever again. So here's what Ciampa. So here's what was thrown in for New Year's Evil. At New Year's Evil, January 6th, we're going to see Ciampa and Thatcher going at it again, but this time, this is going to be the. This time, we're going to be seeing the returning fight pit. Oh yes, you're all familiar with the fight pit very much. Last time we saw it was when it was Riddle versus Thatcher inside the fight pit. But now we're going to be seeing the returning fight pit come on New Year's Evil, and this will be the first time that Ciampa steps inside. Thatcher, he knows it very much because the last time he was in it, I think he put Matt Riddle to sleep with a submission hold that he had in store. So at New Year's Evil, we're going to be seeing that one. That I'm definitely be looking forward to do. That I will be looking forward to. That one's going to be a real killer. Ciampa, Thatcher, fight pit. We all know what happens in the fight pit, especially if you have a MMA background or even a UFC background as ever in the mixed martial arts world. Yeah. So that was gonna be real good. That was gonna be real good and a killer between Ciampa and Thatcher. All right, so I pretty much got that out. So let me read you this poem to you guys based on NXT's event for New Year's Eve. For New Year's, it's called New Year's Evil. So get ready as I read this to you all. Give me 1 second. I'll try to find the poem. Okay, my friends, I've got the poem, so get ready as I read this to you all. New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil has everything in store. Rivalries will sell each score. Damian Priest wants an individual on his list. Karrion Kross is the one who happens to exist. Rhea Ripley wants John Gonzalez to the end. A last woman standing war will descend. Ciampa and Thatcher will meet in a returning fight pit after the Submission Sinister's Unforgiven fit. Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly meet in the second round. Who will be planted in the merciless ground? New Year's Eve will invite every grudge. Someone is going to budge. NXT's new event is full of surprises in the new year. I hope you are ready for massacres that will appear. Prepare for your New Year's you will never forget. I'll try to show you the picture that's coming up. So I'll let you know, January 6th, you are in for a real treat. That's right, my friends. New Year's Evil. This one's going to be real good. And I'm looking forward to 3 matches that I just told you about. You've got Priest versus Cross, Rhea versus the Giant in a last woman standing war, and we've got Thatcher and we got Ciampa versus Thatcher in a returning fight pit. Yep, those are the 3 matches I will be looking forward to come New Year's Evil, and that will be real good. New Year's Evil is going to be a real, not only slobber knocker, it's going to be a real banger for the new year. So be ready. Be ready to get the champagne, get ready to get your seat, and be ready to be, let's just say, amazed and thrilled when you see a lot of throwdowns on New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil is going to be a real killer, especially in the new year. So I hope you guys are ready for this. So, all right, my friends, there you have it. That was the poem based on NXT's new event coming up on January 6th called New Year's Evil. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you also enjoy about the matches that I told you about. Be ready. This one's going to be real good. You've got every match that's going to be in store. I mean, if there's one match I'm looking forward to hearing about, I got to see the last woman standing war between the Nightmare and Johnny Gonzalez. Like I said, these two have. Every time we see these two run into each other, there's always a rivalry ready to brew. And every time Rhea tries to mind her business on her journey, you got Johnny Gonzalez as if she's not through with the Nightmare as ever. I mean, if you remember the brawl that happened this past Wednesday at NXT, yeah, these two, we have not seen the last of these two. So come January 6th, when they meet in the last woman standing war, it's going to be a real fight to the end. Only one woman will be standing tall as the other finds herself in the fall. As the other finds herself starting to fall. Yeah, this one's gonna be real good. This gonna be a very fight to the end. Yep, Rhea, the Giant. Last Woman Standing War. And one last thing, if you're wondering who's going to be the host of NXT's New Year's Evil, it's going to be that creepy individual known as Dexter Loomis. Loomis is the one that drew the picture of Rhea and the Giant going at it with the Last Woman Standing War added to it. I'm like, okay, thank you, Loomis. But here's the thing about this dude, though. You're all probably wondering, with him being the host of New Year's Evil, the question is, can this dude talk? We all know that he's known for drawing sketches on an easel or even on an easel iPad, so we'll just have to find out when New Year's Evil shows up. So for now, this we'll just have to pretty much see where this goes when he becomes the host of NXT's New Year's Evil. So yep. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was number 72. This poem was based on NXT's New Year's Evil event coming up. So be on the lookout for that. January 6th, 8 o'clock, live on USA. Don't forget, don't forget, this one's going to be real good. We're going to be seeing a lot of ASS kicking straight to the end. I'm telling you now, NXT skyrocketing like it was when it made the jump to Wednesday nights from the WWE Network to USA. I still remember that as this day. So get ready. This one's going to be real good. You don't want to miss this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this poem. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will be making more of these. So, all right. I want to say thank you guys for your time. And I will see you in the next poem video. So for right now, enjoy the rest of your vacation. And happy holidays. And a happy new year to you all.